What is up, YouTube? This is JG, always on topics. Thank you for viewing my channel. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'm in a good mood to talk about this, but at the same time, it was coming with a confusing face because y'all remember that dude Pat Beverly's co-host for his podcast show, Pat Bev Podcast. Okay, so clearly, his co-host that goes by the name of Ron, Bev, asks him about Angel Reese, being, face of like asking her about her and her experience with WNBA, and he came out with an ignorant response towards him that got him some major, big-time backlash. So let me roll that clip.
WNBA, you have to think of Angel Reese. She has her own McDonald's burger.
And I think her McDonald's meal has her thinking that she's a different stratosphere, that she kind of like dictates the WNBA. And I wonder what the other 28 women who scored more points than her last year on an average think of her speaking for all of them.
I think they understand where it comes from. You got to understand, there's people that's played in the WNBA for a ton of years that the casual fans might not even know their name, but they know Angel Reese. They know Angel Reese.
So do you think that an Agumbawale or a Wilson is saying, oh yes, Angel Reese, I want you to speak for me?
I don't know if they're saying that, but when she does say something, you hear it. I can say that rather than another person coming out saying it, right? The names you just named, phenomenal basketball player. But you tell casual fans or fans those names, they don't even know those names. They know Caitlin Clark, they know Angel Reese. Like, they don't know a lot of these players, right? Obviously because of, WNBA, you play WNBA, a lot of people don't watch. Angel Reese, you see her everywhere. You see her at McDonald's, she has podcasts, she has this, has that. I'm not saying because of talent, but I'm saying when you think of 10 people WNBA that's playing, Angel Reese is one of them.
You think that they deserve more money?
Hell yeah.
Even though they're not bringing in more money?
Hell yeah.
Where should the money come from then?
I don't know, right? But I know.
We have to, that's an equation that needs to be balanced.
but I'm just saying, as an athlete, you go out there and you prepare, you go out there and you train, the tax that you put in your body, all that shit. From that standpoint on, just from being an athlete, they deserve more money.
Well, she's getting more money from McDonald's.
But that's not from her being an athlete. That's her because she's an athlete. She's gonna be on the USA team, right? Like that's a true fact. Whether for skill or not, she's gonna be on the USA team.
Okay, so you saw that clip. You saw that clip of him, not knowing about Angel Reese, because clearly he didn't know about her, didn't know her history, because as you see in the clip, first thing he says, like, oh, because she has a McDonald's deal, or, she got this burger from McDonald's, she thinks she's the top of the world, the WNBA, and all that ignorant type of assumptions that, those type of people will make. And he got some big time backlash. They chewed his ass out. He got his ass, chewed all over social media for his ignorant take. Because he didn't do no research on Angel Reese and not know who she really is, but just going by the hating bandwagon that hates Angel Reese for no reason. And all of a sudden he decides to jump off. Now, let me show you a clip of him, changing his tune and saying what he did. And this is why research is important. He did his research on Angel Reese, and now look what he's saying on this clip.
There's an Angel.
Hey, listen,
Angel Reese's too.
And listen, she got some Beehive vibes, don't she?
Oh yeah, I'm never saying a bad thing about Angel Reese in my life again.
So you admit you did say something bad?
It was basically like they descended on me. They were like, this fucking racist motherfucker. I was like, bro, You can't say anything without it being turned into a race thing in that context.
You have to protect our women, especially Pat Bev, all women of all colors. I say, I got you, Angel Reese.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that motherfucker never disrespects you again.
And I mean, she's a champion, all defensive team.
No, we don't want to hear that.
She had a record while she was at Maryland. She had the longest streak of 30-point games, 2 30-point games in a row, a record. She was first rookie to have a double-double in the All-Star game, WNBA.
Okay.
But you didn't know that about her?
Yeah, I didn't.
Sounds racist.
No, not racist. I just knew her work. I don't have to look up her work. I know her work personally.
Well, I've been familiar to her work back in high school when she won 3 championships.
Oh,
okay, on to Maryland, on to LSU, into the pros.
Oh, my boy was studying.
Pros, multiple leagues.
They was on your ass. You couldn't sleep.
What are you talking about? I just love to celebrate a great hooper.
Oh, yeah, it was on your ass like back pockets, huh?
Oh, there was a bit of that, but
How did you feel? Like, explain your feelings when you because some people, they don't look at it. Some people do look at it. How did you actually, being honest, how did you actually feel when them folks was on your ass?
I thought it was kind of funny that people were like, you could see the underlying hate in his heart. I thought that the way that some people chose to extrapolate and kind of infer emotions that I had that I didn't necessarily have. But at the same time, like I said, never saying a bad word about Angel Reese again. I don't want the smoke. I don't have opinions on it to that level.
Is she the face of the NBA?
Face, legs, arms.
Okay.
She's the body of the NBA.
Okay, now I see you locked in. She just got Defensive Player of the Year and was Unrivaled, right?
And a championship at Unrivaled.
Yeah.
And what are the fucking haters going to say now?
Yeah, okay. So you know your shit. You studied.
Well, I've always been familiar.
It shouldn't take hatred for you to study, wrong.
I've always been familiar. Back to her McDonald's All-American days.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I've never heard you talk about her being a McDonald's.
No, don't try to throw me under the
I don't remember you talking about it because it would have been so easy to uplift her.
Motherfucker go he take his shit, he go take me with him. Yeah,
uplift her.
Our gun.
Yeah, I mean, well,
we both pulled the trigger.
I just have been celebrating her since her $1.8 million in NIL money that she made across 2 schools. It's like she has been not only a cultural icon. You know that she was on the cover of Vogue. So she made 1.8 in college, opened up doors, record-breaking Reebok NIL deal.
Hey, mind you guys, before I walked
she kicked in the door.
Before I walked in, he's studying. Hey.
Okay, so you saw that clip, and let me tell you something. That shocked me, and I'm pretty much sure that's gonna shock everyone else, because I liked how his whole tune changed after he realized research is your friend, not the bandwagon fans who jump on the Angel Reese hate bandwagon that's known to spew lies and spew all these crazy unknown assumptions that's never true and going by the media rather than doing your own research. Because we know Angel Reese is the opposite of what everybody says about her negatively. And now he's on here apologizing and, getting upset because he's been called a racist or whatever. Well, I can understand what that. I saw some vibes in that, being hateful and all, and realize that and talking about Angel Reese will get you blasted. And rightfully so. Now all of a sudden he got, after all the shots he took, all the backlash, all the blasts and the insults he took, it forced him to look up Angel Reese, did his research. Now he knows about Angel Reese winning these 3 state championships. He Angel Reese, being a great college basketball player, winning an unrivaled WNBA championship. Heck, the dude said that Angel Reese won back-to-back. She had 30-point games in Maryland. What? So you know that Angel Reese had 30 back-to-back points in Maryland? Back-to-back 30 points, in Maryland? Mind you, she had some 30-point games at LSU. And then he says that, Angel Reese was the first WNBA player to get a double-double in the WNBA All-Star game. And I'm like, you don't say. So you mean to tell me with some simple research made you realize that you was just sounding dumb the whole time because you You went by what the world was saying about her rather than doing your own research and, going by when you should have went by your instincts and be like, you know what? Look her up, see what she's really about. Because if you don't, it's going to get you hurt. He didn't listen to his instincts and it got him hurt. Now he wants to look up Angel Reese and realize that, oh, this girl actually is a baller, like 3-time state champion, SEC Player of the Year and National Champion College, 30-point games in Maryland, and yes, 30-point games in LSU. I will add that. She won the Unrivaled Championship. And the girl, I apologize for what I said about Angel Reese, and I'll never talk about her again. I'm like, you dang Skippy, you should have used your research instead of trying to sound ignorant. But I feel like you did that because you got called out, and you was trying to get these clicks and views by downing her because you was like this rapper that didn't do so good in battle raps. You're trying to be Eminem 2.0 and failed. So you gonna try to find something else to make money, and hating Angel Reese was the first thing coming up to your mind, and then you caught a lot of backlash for it. So now you know better. Don't go by what people say. Don't listen for he said, she said. Do your own research. Look for the truth. Know about Angel Reese from Google. It's not that hard. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Well, I hope he learned this lesson and they can move on to hopefully having a successful podcast. This is JG, always on topics. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. I'm out.